Hey guys, Greg Fraser here again. We're going to use the Versus Bob here from Century Martial Arts. I really like this. We've had some questions. It's been getting really popular for people wanting to learn how to shadow box. Shadow boxing is one of the best things you can do for training. A lot of martial arts have kata, but the difference between a kata and shadow boxing is katas are usually set in a circular rotation and they always flow one into the next. Shadow boxing allows you to develop your own style, to work on your own specifics. Today I'm going to give you 3 techniques that you're going to work on: the fade and follow, the swing step, and the bump. They're commonly used in boxing, but they can integrate into any of your martial arts styles. So, to start off, what you want to remember is you want to get a nice, solid boxing stance or fighting stance, depending on what your style is, Muay Thai, boxing, whatever. When I'm doing this one, we're going to start today just with the basic boxing stance. So I'm staying in a nice solid stance, got a nice base, okay, I'm wedged nicely according to my style. What I want to do is every time I finish my patterns, I want to make sure that I don't just stop and watch. I want to stay in motion, stepping with each of your techniques. So if you're starting off, start off by practicing the jab. Rotate. Notice how my hip and shoulder turn in, my chin stays in, and I drop the elbow softly to bring it back. Okay? I'm not pulling it back high, I'm just in. You should work on staying and keeping your protection on your other defense as you're coming in. Boom. Work these. Okay? If I'm coming with my jab cross, same thing. You also want to start stepping and notice that my foot steps and I slide back to my guard. 1, 2, back. If I'm throwing my hook, boom, I'm stepping with it, realigning. And I'm using this camera right here, but you could use a mirror. You visualize on some sort of stationary position and you move around that. You're going to work your shadow boxing and you're going to target that spot. This first technique, what we're going to do is work on the fade and follow. What we're going to use is the Philly shell. So as we come back, the Philly shell, we're going to tuck this in, okay, protecting that jaw. I like to get the thumb on the back of that shoulder. We're protecting those ribs. From here, when I throw back, I'm not bringing it back to here. I'm keeping it up front and I'm throwing it out like a shot put. So I go 1, 2, pull, shoot. 1, 2, pull, shoot. You're at your fade and follow. The second one we're going to do is a swing step. All right. So we're coming here, throwing that cross. I'm going to swing off with my rear foot and then step back in for the strike. So if I'm coming at you, follow me, Dave. So I'm going 1, 2, swing, back in. I move back around. A couple things you can do while you're there. 1, 2, swing, strike. If I want to get out, try thinking of putting your head over your back foot and getting out. The next one I'm going to do, I'm going to go around the other way. So on this one, it's called a bump. So I'm going 1, 2, I'm going to step out, turn in the air, throw my punch, get back out. Okay? One more time. 1, 2, block, punch, get back out to your open area. All right, let's show you how you can do this if you're using a Century Bob. It helps to start off with something that you can strike. So in this first one right here, I'm throwing the jab cross. I'm simulating him coming back with a punch at me, so I'm going here, moving back, throwing that punch back in. 1, 2, back, boom. Couple things I can do. Once I hit that 1, 2, back, boom, you can get out by going under. Okay, you could step back under. I could go 1, 2, back here. Think of taking that inside up position. Next one's a swing step. When I'm doing this, I'm simulating as though his foot is sort of leading in. I'm coming in. I'm going to step outside. See that elbow distance right here? I'm going to step outside and pivot off. So I'm looking through the hole right here between his arms. Now I swung, so I'm facing the same way. When I step, in boxing we want to use our hips, so I want to turn that hip in. Okay? And I can move out behind. Circle it back in. Alright? As soon as you get used to this, I'm coming in, boom, work your way back in. Now step off and step away from him a bit. So you're doing this without hitting, boom, get back. You got boom, boom, back, under. You can add knees, you can add legs, you can add whatever you want from this. Let's look at the bump. Same idea. I'm going to start with contact. 1, 2, boom, here. Okay? Body shot, uppercut, whatever I want. You start playing with this. Windshield wipers, okay? Trapping, like you saw in the last video. This is what we call going down, crossing the line first. So if I had a line down the middle, I want to cross the line. So this first one we're going to do is crossing the line with the swing step starting. So I'm going to go from here, 1, 2, swing out, deliver, go back to middle, boom, deliver, go out to the bump, here, boom, deliver, work your way back in, okay? Very simple pattern if you practice it a couple times. 1, 2, step, swing, bang, come back out, hit, over, hit. Next one, we're going to call it crossing the line from the swing step. So I'm going to start from the bump. I'm going to start from the bump. 1, 2, boom, pop. Okay? I swing my hips back into the center. Boom, I could use that fade and follow. And then I swing. Boom. Okay? As we do this, when you start seeing this, I can take him out of the way. I'm still thinking of you being that person standing like this. I'm just visualizing as I'm looking at the camera. You can do it on your shadow. You can do it in the mirror. So I'm going to start off 1, 2, okay? Simulate that bump from there. I'm swinging out, back out, boom, okay? I'm swinging off of the hook, back in, work it back in. Stay in motion. You can bring your hands back high, protect, use those shields, use your different types of blocks, punches, okay? Swing, step, turns, turn back in. Fade, turns, comes back in. Bump, turns, throws, comes back in, and you mix those up. Okay? If I'm coming down the line, coming straight in at you. So I'm going jab, cross, back, hit, under, hit. Or jab, cross, back, hit, under, hit. I'm coming down the line at you. So down the line's coming down that center line, crossing the lines, either swinging off, boom, back out, bang, over, that's cross line, crossing line the other way back, or people getting back to center, 1, 2, moving here, boom, moving back out, hit, fade, follow, swing, hit. So I want you guys to try this. Give me some feedback on what you think. I can expand on this. Let me know what you guys like. Thanks.